Hello and welcome back to Top 10 Places. One of the most beautiful natural phenomena in the world is a waterfall. Soothing, yet exhilarating, beautiful, yet terrifying. These ancient water features are present around the world and inspire awe and speechlessness to all who witness them up close. If you're hunting for a brilliant fall to visit, then you've come to the right place. In today's video, we're exploring some of the most beautiful waterfalls on the planet. From massive towers of aqua to quaint, misty falls buried deep in the most secluded forests. Before we get into the video, be sure to leave us a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Now, without further ado, let's dive in. Number 10. IGUAZU Falls, Argentina and Brazil. Starting things off strong is the largest waterfall in the world, IGUAZU Falls, which stretches for nearly 3 kilometers. Many believe Niagara Falls to be the largest in the world, and while it certainly is impressive, it's not as magnificent as IGUAZU. In reality, IGUAZU Falls is actually a chain of hundreds of individual waterfalls that stretch out nearly 3 kilometers, creating the largest waterfall in the world between Argentina and Brazil on the IGUAZU River. The audio and visual effects of the millions of gallons of water tumbling down a 70-meter drop is truly like nothing else in the world. Better yet, the surrounding environment of the jungle rainforest is just as beautiful as the falls themselves, creating a magical scene that almost doesn't seem real until you have water splashing onto your face. IGUAZU Falls are protected in a national park and can be viewed from both the Argentine or Brazilian side. Number 9. HAVASU Falls, United States. Next are the HAVASU Falls, which is, by and large, the most beautiful of the 5 Havasupai waterfalls that plummet over the orange-red cliffs into bright turquoise-blue pools in a side canyon of the Grand Canyon. If you're ever looking for an unbelievably colorful destination to visit, then there's no better place than HAVASU Falls. Each of the 5 waterfalls is located on the Havasupai Indian Reservation and can only be accessed by an overnight 10-mile hike requiring advance reservation and fee payment. No day hiking is allowed, and while that might sound like a massive downside, hiking this region at night is one of the most tranquil experiences planet Earth has to offer. What's more, you have to spend at least one night at the campground in the canyon, and most people choose to spend several nights. Be warned, the number of people allowed into the canyon is fairly limited, and there's often a waiting list. Number 8. Victoria Falls, Zimbabwe and Zambia. Victoria Falls is a UNESCO World Heritage Site on the Zambezi River between Zimbabwe and Zambia, and is another of the most impressive waterfalls the planet has to offer. Locally, the waterfall is known as the Smoke That Thunders, and if you ever get the chance to see the falls in person, you'll immediately understand why. The constant downpour of mass amounts of water causes a thick cloud of mist to shroud the waterfall at all times, and the roar of the water crashing down below is so loud that you almost can't hear yourself think. During the region's rainy season, you can expect to be soaked walking along the Zimbabwean Trail, which also happens to be where the best views of the falls are found. If you choose to walk the Zambian Trail, then you'll get to be up close and personal with the majestic wall of water that plunges over a 1.7-kilometer wide precipice, more than 100 meters deep. And if you're feeling particularly adventurous, you can even take a dip in the Devil's Pool, which is literally at the top of the falls on the Zambian side. Still not impressed? Our number 1 pick is sure to blow your mind. Coming up soon. Number 7. Niagara Falls, USA and Canada. Of course, Niagara Falls has to feature in this video. While it's not the largest waterfall in the world, as most people believe it to be, it is still unbelievably impressive in its power and scope. Niagara Falls is made up of 3 different waterfalls, the largest of which is Horseshoe Falls. Straddling the border between Canada and the United States, the water of Niagara cascades 614 feet down Niagara Gorge, creating a thunderous roar that will leave your ears ringing. Perhaps the best thing about the falls is that they can be viewed from a number of viewpoints in Ontario and New York. The Cave of the Winds is one of the most beautiful viewpoints, offering an interesting vantage point from which you're able to observe Niagara Falls in all its glory from a distance far enough away that you aren't deafened by the water. Here you'll descend nearly 200 feet into the Niagara Gorge to experience the power of the falls mid-flow from the hurricane deck. Don't worry, you'll be given a rain jacket, since you'll most definitely be getting wet. Number 6. PLITVICE Waterfalls, Croatia. If you're looking for a colourful, almost storybook waterfall viewing experience, then Croatia's PLITVICE Waterfalls are the place to be. The 16 cascading lakes that make up these falls in PLITVICE Lakes National Park are an extraordinary sight, each working in tandem to make this one of the most memorable destinations in the world. However, what makes these waterfalls truly special are their distinct shades of greens and blues, from emerald to turquoise to aquamarine and everything in between. Each and every one of these rich, vibrant colours can be seen in the water as it flows over limestone and chalk rocks. To further deepen the area's beauty, the waterfalls are surrounded by a lush green landscape that makes for a stunning vista that will take your breath away. The perfect place for photo opportunities, it's no surprise that PLITVICE Waterfalls attracts more than 1 million visitors each year. Number 5. Yosemite Falls, United States. The award for the tallest waterfall in North America doesn't go to Niagara Falls, but rather to its distant relative, Yosemite Falls. It also happens to be the 5th highest waterfall in the world, and is set in the absolutely scenic Yosemite National Park. Like some of the other waterfalls mentioned on this list, Yosemite Falls is actually made up of 3 separate waterfalls, with a drop of 2,425 feet, giving the illusion of one giant cascade of water. These waterfalls are fed by snowmelt, so if you want to be able to see them at their fullest, be sure to visit in late spring or early summer. During this time, you'll be able to hear the waterfalls thundering from across Yosemite Valley. However, by late summer, the falls tend to dwindle to just a trickle, and they can become completely dry as early as August. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more. Number 4. KAUAI Falls, Guyana. KAUAI Falls is the highest single-drop waterfall on the planet, and is hidden deep in the Amazon rainforest to be found only by the most determined adventurers. Naturally, reaching this incredible waterfall takes some serious effort, as it is secluded deep within the forest of Guyana. But the reward is well worth it. If you make the journey and manage to arrive at KAUAI Falls, you'll be greeted by the sight of the highest single-drop waterfall in the world, coming in at an impressive 226 meters. The waterfall is accessed through regular flights on small planes from the country's capital city of Georgetown. From the airstrip landing, you'll embark on a brisk 15-minute walk to the top of the waterfall. However, some of the best views are seen on your plane trip, in and out, rather than at the fall itself. Our number 1 spot is almost upon us. Ready to see the most magnificent waterfall in the world? Number 3. KAWASAN Falls, Cebu Island, Philippines. In the quaint Filipino town of Badian on Cebu Island, KAWASAN Falls themselves are not that impressive in the scope of epic world waterfalls. However, impressive does not always equal beautiful, and the KAWASAN Falls prove that a waterfall doesn't need to be massive and thundering to be extraordinarily beautiful. The pool of turquoise water that this waterfall drops into certainly is stunning, which explains why it and the falls have become an instant sensation for travel Instagram shots. One of the best ways to reach the falls is to sign up for a canyoneering tour, which will take you on an adventure through the island's vibrant jungle before you reach the falls and jump into the clear blue pool to cool off. Number 2. Ruby Falls, United States. Located in the humble state of Tennessee, is one of the most incredible sights you will ever see in your life. Set just outside of Chattanooga, Ruby Falls has the distinction of being the deepest and tallest underground waterfall open to the public in all of America. But that's not all that makes this waterfall so special. Found more than 1,000 feet deep inside Lookout Mountain, this waterfall can only be accessed by taking a 26-story elevator underground, then walking along the cavern path past some mesmerizing geological rock formations. The falls themselves are completely natural, but man has added a human touch to make the falls that much more impressive. Ruby Falls are lit up with a full-color LED light show that illuminates the cascading water and has it changing color before your eyes. Number 1. The Weeping Wall, KAUAI, United States. On the ultra-lush Hawaiian island of Kauai lies the Weeping Wall, a series of narrow waterfalls that plummet down the 5,000-foot-high Mount Wailele. This is the second wettest spot on the planet, and the region receives more than 450 inches of rainfall every year. The top portion of the wall, as well as its waterfalls, are generally covered in clouds, but the incredible sight of the water flowing down as the rain falls around you in one of the lushest, greenest environments in the world is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And for this reason, we've ranked it as the most amazing waterfall on the planet. Thanks so much for watching, folks. Now it's time for a bonus fun fact, as is custom on Top 10 Places. Did you know that many waterfalls around the world freeze during the winter? Once Niagara Falls froze completely, and the water stopped flowing altogether. Which of these incredible waterfalls would you want to visit? Sound off in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave us a like and subscribe to the channel for more. And if you want to stay up to date with all of our uploads, hit the bell icon down below to be notified each time we post a new video. Until next time, bye-bye.